Hey guys, so I'm not sure if this is true for other DAWs, but at least in Cubase, every time you pitch shift an audio event, you're introducing a little bit of distortion. Now, I have this sine wave here, and we're going to pitch it up an octave. We're not doing any fine tuning, we're not doing any time correction or warping. We'll pitch it up a few times. Let's go 4 times, and we'll pitch it down a few times. So we'll pitch it back down 4 times. So it's at its original pitch. Now you can hear it added like all of these harmonics and the distortion right there. And the reason for that is actually because of the sample rate. When we pitch shifted this up, we made the audio faster, but we sort of got rid of a few points that were like in between points, and then we went beyond the sample rate that the project is set for. And so when we pitched it up and then when we pitched it back down again, it didn't regain those points of data. So it sort of had the same effect as a bit crusher, or more accurately, a sample reduction, a sample rate reduction. So that's what adds that distortion, because we know that because if we go the other way, if we pitch down and then go up, we shouldn't theoretically lose any data due to sample rate. So let's do that. So we'll pitch down 4 octaves. All right, and then pitch it up 4 octaves. All right, and let's hear it. All right, sounds like a sine wave. Sounds like you can see there's no distortion. I don't hear any distortion. If there is any distortion, it's probably from this voice meter banana, which is recording the ASIO. But yeah, that works perfectly well. However, when we're pitching stuff with this pitch shifter, I believe all of this is relative to equal temperament, so these aren't exact ratios, except for the octave. The octave we just did is a perfect 2-to-1 ratio, even in equal temperament. But every other interval is not a perfect ratio. So I'm going to do a perfect fifth, which should be pretty close in equal temperament, but not exactly. And first we'll pitch it down and then up, just to make sure we're not getting distortion from the sample rate reduction. So we'll go down a fifth. We'll do that a few times. Let's do it like 4 times. 3, 4, and then we'll pitch it up a fifth 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's hear it. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's definitely some crackle in there. Let's do that again. Let's go down a fifth. We'll do it maybe 5 times, just to make it more obvious. 5, and then we'll go up. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you hear that crackle? It's all right here. Yeah, you can kind of see it on this. That it introduced different. I don't know if I call them harmonics. Definitely not harmonics, but partials or crackle. And I believe that has to do with it not being a perfect ratio. Let's get rid of all this. And I'm actually curious right now if doing it by something that's less perfect will make the distortion grow even faster. So let's go down a third. Let's do it like 10 times maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now let's go up 10 times by minor third. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Huh. I'm actually surprised. It seems like the minor third actually handled it better than the perfect fifth. I'm a little bit curious what the best intervals for this are. But you can see when we just have our normal sine wave, I got rid of all the pitch shift stuff. There shouldn't be any, even if I am like boosting this a lot. Oh, well, we get a little tiny bit. But there really shouldn't be any like sounds up here in these upper frequencies. But I'm curious, actually. I wonder if a perfect fourth would be better or worse. So let's go down. Perfect fourth. We'll do that. Maybe like, we'll do 10 times. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we'll go up. Oops. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, this one seems to be along the lines of the minor third, so it seems like maybe pitching it up perfect fifth is worse. I wonder if perfect fifth is the only one that's this bad, but there's definitely distortion no matter which interval you do, but perfect fifth seems to do it worse. I just want to hear this again, so I'm gonna do this 10 times with the perfect fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one's going to take a while. All right, now let's pitch it up. Perfect fifth 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's hear. All right, so the obviously the distortion it's adding is pretty insignificant. I wouldn't say insignificant. It's pretty minimal, but when you have an audio file that you are pitching, and perhaps the signal is lower. Actually, I should check to see. Let's get rid of all this pitch shifting. If the signal is lower, let's try this. Does the amount of distortion change based on the signal level? Let's see this. How would be a good way to test this actually? So I think let's normalize this. We have peak normalization. Okay, good. That's normalized. And then we will do one where it's really quiet. Let's put it on a separate track. Okay, and I'm gonna bounce these in place. All right, let's take this one, right? And let's just do this 5 times. All right, we'll go down 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we'll go up 5 times. Let's see, up 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now let's do the same thing with this. We should just be able to copy all these and then paste it here. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it worked or not. Sometimes it has a visual bug. Okay, we'll just do it one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we'll go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to bounce these in place now to finalize those edits. Now we're going to normalize both of them, and here, because I don't want it to be too loud, then we'll make these quieter. All right, so this one had the loud signal. First one had the loud signal. Second one had quiet signal. Here, let me put these on the same track too. Okay, so the amount of distortion does seem to be relevant, or does seem to be proportionate to the signal level. So if you have a low input signal and you pitch something, then you're going to get just a little bit of distortion. If you have a larger signal, you're going to get more distortion. So that's relative. And overall, it's a very small amount of distortion, but when you are like processing audio that you want to add like a huge like peak on, or if you want to add in some of your own distortion, that noise, that distortion, the crackle that it adds gets amplified quite a bit, and maybe some people don't mind, but it would be nice to have an option where you can pitch by a perfect ratio, just like the octave, and not get any of that distortion at all, so it would be more perfect. Anyway, I'm not sure if this is how it works in other DAWs. I'll bet it probably is, but it seems to work this way in Cubase. Just like keep that in mind when you're pitch shifting stuff. First of all, if you pitch up and then down, then you're going to get a lot of distortion, because you're most likely, unless your project sample rate is higher, a lot higher than the audio you're pitching. If you pitch up and then pitch down, you're gonna truncate some of those data points, and you're gonna lose data. It's gonna be a little distorted, or actually quite a bit distorted. But even if you go down and up, and if it's not in a perfect ratio, you still get like a little bit of fuzz or crackle. But yeah, all right, bye.